What is up, boys? So this is the video creative framework that people use to get sales when it comes to dropshipping and creating creatives. First things first is attention. Number one, hook. How do you steal their attention, right? You need to steal their attention. Why? Because remember, anyone scrolling on TikTok or Facebook is not there to buy anything. Anyone scrolling on TikTok or Facebook is there to distract themselves from their lives. And so you need to grab their attention or hook them in the first 2 seconds to get them to even stop wanting the more dopamine that they'll be receiving by scrolling and having fun by scrolling and watching stupid videos. You need to hook them in so that they stop doing that and start focusing on your product. And then you need to interest them. Why? Because you want them to keep watching, right? So there's 2 sections of this. Number 1 is the hook to get them to stop scrolling. Number 2 is interest to get them to keep watching. And how do you interest them? You give them a reason to watch till the end. This is usually done by creating and putting a question in the person's mind. If you can put a question in their mind that can only be answered by watching more, that person will watch more. As soon as that question is answered, they will click off. So you want to make sure that you only answer the question, at least as soon as you finish answering the question, you go to the action, the call to action. But essentially, you need to interest them. So plant an image, a question, an idea in their head that can only be answered, where it's like opening a loop that can only be answered the longer they keep watching. Next, desire. You need to give them a taste of what they want, the desired outcome. Essentially, everyone who's watching your ad and would buy your product has a potential reality that only exists with your product. A desired outcome, a reality where they are this rich person, the most attractive looking, where they are skinny, whatever that desired outcome is, that's the reality you want to plant in your ad. And you want to make sure that they see that desired outcome, because they don't buy the product necessarily because they want to, whatever, like eat healthy or whatever. They want a certain outcome. You need to sell them that outcome by showcasing it to them. Give them a taste of what they want. Give them a taste of that desired outcome. And that's where you tap into their emotional side, where they stop looking at it from purely like, oh, this is a product that does X, Y, and Z. And they start looking at it from an emotional standpoint, which is the product that will give me what I want. And then lastly, give them an action, make them buy. This is it, just call to action, right? Give them a call to action, make them buy. Buy yours, link in the description, buy now, whatever. Don't worry, we'll be going through examples of this in a couple of seconds. And then I'll be literally building out a whole, creative with you guys, literally following this step by step. But I just want to first go through this because it's really important. So this is the ADA model framework, but there's other models or frameworks that you can use, right? So this is a hook, problem, solution, action, right? This is like the more like standard one, right? I'm just trying to get this thing going, right? So hook, again, the people are scrolling, you want to stop them from scrolling and make them focus on you. Then problem, right? If someone sees their problem, this is similar to interest, right? But essentially just show them the problem that they're facing. Show them the issue that they're facing in their own lives. The more relatable the problem, the better. If I can clearly understand what problem you are selling, and I know that I have that problem, I will be interested, okay? So clearly show me the issue or the problem that I'm facing, and if I understand that issue and problem really well, I will be interested in seeing how I'm gonna solve it. Because again, we're not idiots. We know how ads work, we know how media works. As soon as we see a problem, we anticipate a solution. And so instead of maybe having an interest and trying to hold my attention by making me ask a question, well, essentially this is like making me ask a question. You can literally highlight a problem, and I will assume that because you've highlighted this problem, there will be a solution. Okay, and so then show me a solution and show me how I can solve, how my product will solve your issue, show me how your product will solve your issue, essentially like that, right? How my issue. I don't even know what person I'm speaking in right now, but anyway, show me the solution, how your product will solve my solution. That's what the customer wants. They want to see how your product will solve the solution, and then they want to learn about the product, give them a couple features, and then boom, make them buy. But remember, this should come close to this. Like as soon as you have the solution, you should remind people to buy and finish the ad, because people don't want to hear much about that. Don't want to hear much else, right? Because again, once you've planted this interest, once you've planted this idea, once you've planted the question, and I've got the answer, I'm gonna click off. I don't need more, right? Like as soon as you guys figure out how to create creatives, if I start talking about anything else in this video, you're gonna click off, because that's not why you're here. You're here for the solution. Once you've planted a solution, make them buy and get the hell out of there. You'll have the best creatives and you'll be able to scale. And literally that is the framework. I mean, this is literally the framework that I literally am using to go ahead and make $2,000 yesterday. This is the framework, right? This is how I do it. The creatives that I ran to get to this point is the same follows the same creative structure that I've shown you right now, okay? So just take that into account. And so right now, what I'm gonna do is literally go ahead and show you guys people who are literally following this exact same structure, what it looks like in practice, what it looks like in reality, because it's easy to sit down and tell you guys about the theory, but what does this actually look like? What is a video where I can see where this is being done, where you, right now, what you should be doing is freaking downloading this video, okay, and modeling these creatives, because these are winning creatives. All these creatives have had at least $50,000 in creative spend, okay? I can guarantee you that, okay? So you should go ahead right now and just model every single one of your creatives by following that framework and following these exact creatives, okay? Okay, so let's go to the first one. Okay, so this first creative here that we're going to be discussing follows a pretty basic hook problem solution structure. Pretty basic, straightforward. It's almost like this person who made this creative is literally making it from watching my video right now. But anyway, let's watch this.
Hey, do you sweat a lot?
Boom. Hey, hook. Do you sweat a lot? Hook is basically the problem, and the problem is basically the hook. But essentially, hey, do you sweat a lot? The issue that everyone is facing. And then I'll double down by being relatable with that issue. Boom. That's the winning shot. Once anyone who sweats a lot knows what that is. And that shot is relatable. They can feel it. They know what that feeling is like.
Lot? Well,
we've got whatever solution. The solution, how are you going to solve my issue? Boom.
Thing to help you with that. We created Polarized so you...
We created blah, 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 blah. And then, boom, money back guarantee is... And then try it now. The money back guarantee is going to be like sort of like your offer. But yeah, then try it now. Okay, boom. Pretty basic, pretty simple, straight to the point. Hook, problem, solution. Okay? I guess let me play the whole thing so you guys can just model your own creatives after this.
Hey, do you sweat a lot? A lot? Well, we got something to help you with that. We created Polarized so you can be sweat-free up to 7 days. So try Polarized now and try it out for yourself. Money back guaranteed.
Okay, so you guys seen that? Hook, problem, solution, and then a little bit of like features, and then straight back into it. And now let's go into hook, problem, ad number 2. Okay. This follows less of a hook problem solution structure because it's a little bit longer. Like obviously if you're gonna go for 40 minutes, you're gonna need to talk a little bit about the features, but essentially the core foundational feature, the foundational properties of a creative are gonna be a hook, problem, solution, call to action. But anyway, let's go to this one.
This past year, I really felt like I started to show my age. And that's fine.
Problem, right? Hook, this past year, well, hook is actually kind of like this product, and honestly, this is weird. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, what is she doing with her face right now? That's kind of like a little bit of the hook. But also, the fact that she's going straight into the story is also a little bit of the hook as well. Like, you can't just start speaking. She just started speaking. Like, okay, what happened this past year? And then, problem. What's the problem? I felt like I've really started to show my age. That's the problem. Now, anyone who's watching this, I'm not watching this. If I see this, I'm scrolling because I don't care. I don't need any, like, I'm young. I know I look young. Well, actually, that's debatable. But like, I'm young. I don't have problems with showing my age, so I'm scrolling. But anyone who has had this idea, this thoughts in the shower when they're going to bed, like whenever anyone's ever thought of this, is watching right now. This past year, I felt like I really started to show my age. Boom, problem. But then you're going to see this is a little bit of like a weird one because it's not going to go straight to solution. It's going to go to some more like interest peaking, right? The reason to keep watching. But anyway, let's go here.
Like I started to show my age. And that's fine. But personally, I want to look and feel my best. And that includes keeping my skin smooth and youthful looking.
Okay, that's the desired outcome, right? Boom, sorry, not interest, desired outcome. I want to keep my skin smooth and healing. But it's also like just by presenting a problem, there is already an understanding from the viewer and the buyer's mind that since you have presented me this issue that I am relating to, there must be a solution in this video somewhere, which is why I'm going to keep watching. And also, this solution must have something to do with this product, or else this doesn't make sense, right? So there's already an understanding like, okay, fine, what is this? And these are the questions that are happening in the viewer's mind. So whenever you have a creative, you need to ask yourself, like, what are the questions that I'm opening up as soon as I'm starting my creative? Like, I won't lie, first thing here, I was like, what is this product? Okay, she said, I'm really starting to show my age. Okay, so this is for people who are older. Okay, I'm older. I want to start showing my age. And then she starts talking about like, keeps my skin smooth and youthful, but then she keeps using this product. Like, what is this then? Like, I've never seen this before. What is it? Like, what does it do? And so there's a little bit of an interest, a question being asked in my head. Okay, how is she going to fix my skin? And what is this product? And how is this product going to help me do that? And that's why you keep watching this. And you might not watch this because you don't have problems with skin. But trust me, anyone who does have problems with wrinkles and looking old is interested. They want to see what is this product? Is this actually real? Does it work? Like, what's going on here?
Did you see that? Literally just do that every day and you'll age backwards, I swear.
Okay, so she's presented a solution. I guess I skipped that part. But essentially, she just used the product and then she said, did you see that? Literally just do that every day and I swear, boom. And then she's gone straight back to solution. This creative is following a little bit of a different structure, right? Where it's gone hook, problem, and then it's showing you the desired outcome. Then it's presented a solution, right? And it's still presented a solution. Now what's left is to just show you a couple of features, I guess, and then boom, go give you a call to action, It's so relaxing. I love it. But anyway, let's play the full video so you guys can go and model your own creatives after this creative.
This past year, I really felt like I started to show my age. And that's fine. But personally, I want to look and feel my best. And that includes keeping my skin smooth and youthful looking. Watch this. Did you see that? Literally just do that every day and you'll age backwards, I swear. Don't forget about your neck and your décolletage, because that's a sure sign of showing your age. It's just so tiny. Throw it in your purse, take it on the go, on your lunch break, whip it out, use for a few moments. Super easy, no judgment, because I'm doing the same thing. It's so relaxing. I love it.
Didn't even have a call to action. To be honest, that was actually pretty bad. I would have at least put some sort of call to action, but she had no call to action. But still, that ad did at least $50,000 to $100,000 in creative spend. But I would still put a call to action. I'm telling you, they probably left money on the table by not putting a call to action. So put a call to action. But anyway, this is going to be the attention interest sort of creative framework, where it's not really just going to be a hook problem. It's going to be a little bit more of as well of an attention interest. But even with the attention interest, it doesn't follow. It's not a strict structure, right? This is the thing. The reality is the world is a little bit more complex in following strict structures, right? Every ad does to some extent follow these two frameworks, but it's not strict. It's a little bit fluid. You can move in between these two structures, as long as the core foundational principles of you've got my interest, I've got a question in my head that still needs to be answered. As long as that at the end of the day is there and present throughout the video, you've followed the framework to some extent. Basically, anyone who's watching this video to this point, anyone who's still watching this video, is interested in one thing. What is she going to look like at the end? Like, the only thing I would have done to make this creative a little bit better is to literally have the before and after. But essentially, anyone who's still watching, I've solved it. The only product I have in my bag. What is it? Question number one, what is it? Attention. You've got my attention. Like, what is this? What is this one product that you have in your bag? She plays it, nice music that has, like, if you know anything about like the music, right? Like, there's a beat drop. There's an expectation that after this, there's going to be like a transformation. So that's another thing that's also going to hold your hook. I would say like music is a big thing that can hook someone in, because like if we all use TikTok, we know like, okay, if the music is like building up, there's going to be a beat drop. And at that beat drop, there's going to be some transformation, some difference. So I'm going to wait for the beat drop at least before I can click off, right? That's as well. That's another like thing you can use to hook people in. But essentially, someone sees this, you've got their attention, right? What is this? Now, we're seeing, what is this product?
Baby, I'm gonna treat you so nice.
What is that? She applies it to her eyebrows. Okay, so now you got my interest. What is the transformation gonna look like? What does this look like when you finish? Like, what does it look like when you're done? Looking at this product, right? It's like she's changing. This acts as first an eyebrow cleaner thing, then it acts also as a eyelash, then eyebrow, and then also as a lipstick. This is crazy. This is a crazy product. Attention, interest, and like it's made, and also desired outcome, right? Everyone wants to look like this girl, right? You got an attractive girl doing this. So I guess the desired outcome in this circumstance would be this attractive girl. What I want to look like her. But this is a 3-in-1 product. It's a wow factor part, but it's also like attention, interest, desire. Like, I want this. All that's left is for it to say go buy. I hope you guys have been able to see how these frameworks are literally followed. These are, how these frameworks are literally followed, how they make sense. You want to see more videos about that are following this framework, watch my previous video. But I think that's pretty much all you need for now. Now, what I've shown you is essentially what is known as top of funnel creatives, right? So there's 3 different types of creatives you can make. You can make a top of funnel, middle of funnel, or a bottom of funnel creative. What I've shown you right now are going to be top of funnel creatives. What is the difference? Well, a top of funnel creative is essentially what every single dropshipper teaches you. If you've ever watched a video about a dropshipper showing you how to create or edit a YouTube video, they've shown you how to edit or create a top of funnel creative. Okay, why? This is what everyone teaches. They account for literally about 80% of your sales, right? They are broad. They're the most difficult to get sales for, right? Like, it's relative to the other two types. Relative to middle and bottom of funnel, top of funnel is expensive, right? It's difficult to get sales and it's really expensive. So meaning your cost per clicks and every single part of that equation is going to be really high. It's going to be really expensive. So difficult to get sales, really expensive. But how do you crush competitors? How do you crush competition? Bottom of funnel creatives. advanced retargeting campaigns. Okay, so this is the thing. Everyone is doing this. Everyone is going to teach you to do these types of ads. When the reality is, people are leaving these ads on the table. People don't even know how to create a bottom of funnel creative. So the fact is, you're going to be doing, if you know or learn how to do a bottom of funnel creative, and you learn what a bottom of funnel creative is, able to retarget people to the bottom, people at the bottom of the funnel, and you're able to retarget those people with the appropriate creatives, the actual good creatives, you're going to crush them. And that's a fact. And remember, guys, the whole point of, like, when I teach dropshipping, the whole point of this game for me is literally to do things that my competitors cannot do or will not do. Will not do because they don't know how to do. I'm leveraging my knowledge, my advanced knowledge from buying the thousands of dollars of courses that I've been able to buy by literally building up. Look, literally, guys, the stuff that I teach you is stuff that you find in $1,000 courses. This is stuff that you get in the $1,000 courses. I would know because I paid and spent thousands of dollars. None of this information is necessarily my own. I buy this information and then I execute on this information and then I come over here and I teach you guys this information. And so, how do you crush your competitors? I'm telling you guys, with bottom of funnel creatives, with people attacking people at the bottom of the funnel, with advanced retargeting campaigns, and I will be making an advanced retargeting video later in the next coming weeks. But essentially, with bottom of funnel, it's a different ballgame, right? Top of funnel is essentially when you come here and it's like I said, it's broad. So you're trying to get people, like I said, that aren't interested in buying. You're trying to get people who are just interested in scrolling and just having a nice time. You're trying to hook them in, interested. That's what you do with the top of funnel. With the bottom of funnel, that's not what you're doing. With the bottom of funnel, you're basically attacking people who have seen your ad, have clicked on your ad, watched your ad maybe, clicked on an ad, gone on your website, just added to cart and not paid. That's who you're targeting. People who know a lot about your product. So you don't need to hook these people in. You don't need to teach these people about the problem. You don't need to show them the desired outcome. They already have been sold. They just didn't buy. Okay, so they know everything about you. They just didn't buy. And so, what does a bottom of funnel creative look like? What's the structure? What are the properties? What do you do when you have a bottom of funnel creative? Remember, the people who buy bottom of funnel are convinced about your product. They just didn't buy. And there could be a variety of reasons why they didn't buy. And I have all those reasons in my course if you want to see that link below. But essentially, one of the reasons is going to be price, right? This is someone who's gone on your website and they've said, hey, listen, I want to buy the product. I just don't know if I want, I don't know if I can afford it. So they didn't buy the product. But it's someone going to your website, wanting to buy and saying, no, but does it work for girls with, these? And then they have all these different objections. And how you can learn about those objections is by going onto Reddit and just reading about what people are saying about your product. And you'll understand, like, okay, this is the problem that people have with this product. And if I can solve those problems, I will basically go ahead and win. But to show you guys an example of a bottom of funnel creative, and this is the thing, you need to be running these boys, because I'm telling you, if you run a bottom of funnel creative, the return on ad spend is crazy. Like, it's the cheapest ads. It's the cheapest ads you'll ever run. Like, the people who you're not selling to a cold audience. When you sell to a top of funnel, when you sell these types of ads, you're selling to a cold audience. This is why you're not getting sales. But when you're running to these types of people who have been there, who've done that, or at least 1,000 people have been to the website, you're selling to people who, they know what the part, they want it. They just have one lost objective that you need to solve. And if you solve, they will buy. And so, for example, this is a bottom of funnel creative that is run by the Sunset Lamp. Okay, and this is pretty much, look at this. Sunset Lamp is 70% off today. And so this is a retargeting ad campaign, right? They retarget it to people at the bottom of the funnel, and pretty basic, pretty simple stuff. Nothing too difficult. One objection. They basically said, okay, this is for people who might have a price objection. If you have a price objection, I'm running this ad to you, and this is it.
The lamp is 70% off today only, and it's so much better than my old LED strips. There's millions of colors to choose from, and I highly recommend getting one before they sell out.
Where was the hook? Where was the interest? Where was it? None of that. This is an ad for people who know what the Sunset Lamp is. If this was a top of funnel ad, it would have literally been, hey, do you want to light up your room? Well, if you want to light up your room, we have the perfect product for you, right? None of that. Literally 10 seconds, straight up, hey, 10% off, right? But because why are people not buying? Because they think the price is too expensive. So I'm going to decrease the price by 70%, and then I'm going to run this ad to people at the bottom of the funnel, and guess what? I'm going to get a ton of sales. And you will get a ton of sales for this, because people having a price objection is a big thing. Then, this is another creative that is a bottom of funnel creative. Why? Because it's literally said, trying the viral blah, blah, blah suit. It's not said, hey, do you guys want to look good? Hey, this suit can make you look like this. No. It's a bottom of funnel because it's assumed you already know what the suit is, but this is why it's really a bottom of funnel. This is why it's a bottom of funnel, because this is an incredible bottom of funnel creative. It's a minute long. It's literally a girl going through for a minute, speaking about the different objections that you might have. Well, the one main objection, which is going to be, is it comfortable? She goes through that entire objection from 0 to hero, or Watch this.
All right, a lot of y'all wanted to know if this shaper is comfortable or not and if it rolls down. So first I'm gonna try it with these tight pair of pants and then I'm gonna give you a roll test. This cute little pair of plaid pants, not too bad from the front, but when I turn to the side, bitch, this blow is criminal activity. All right, we got the shaper on, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's surprisingly comfortable for how well it sucks you in. And mind you, I've worn a lot of shapewear. This is literally like #1 when it comes to comfort. All right, this is the front. You can see that there's already a lot of extra room here. Literally gonna sit on the floor right now. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna do some other weird stuff. Okay, literally stays in place. Like if I fully bend over, still intact. If I, bitch, I'm telling you, this shit is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. This shit is not gonna roll down. It doesn't poke into your skin at all. The boning is, I think the boning is like plastic. I don't know what the fuck fabric it is, but the fabric does not press into your skin. Literally perfect piece of shapewear. Just go get it, bitch.
Bottom of funnel. Basically, like no introduction to the product, no introduction to how it works, no introduction to the product. Problem assumes you know the problem, assumes you know the product, and it's simply just going through the one main objective. Which if you sell this product or you sell a product similar, I've sold bodysuits. The main objective that girls have when it comes to bodysuits is gonna be comfort. Like, yes, it makes me look skinnier, but I don't want to be freaking gasping for air at a funeral or at my wedding or whatever. I don't want that. So it's like she wearing this product is showing that it works, first of all, right? And also, remember, this is a skinny girl. Another main objective that people have is going to be, does this product work for girls of my size, right? Like, yes, yeah, any product can work on a girl who weighs 120 pounds, but does it work on a girl that weighs, 150? And it's like, that's what, like, so I've given you guys two objections for bottom of funnel. Number one is going to be price, and number two is going to be whether or not the product actually, whether the features work for people of my type, or like my type. Like, you'll see that as well with like makeup, right? So like with makeup, you'll maybe sell a product to a white girl, but like maybe there's a black girl who's like, well, does that makeup work on my type? And by not running a bottom of funnel creative to that black audience, you are missing out on money. It's like, these are just like examples of just like, I'm just giving you guys two examples of like how to run these bottom of funnel creatives, how you can create these bottom of funnel creatives. Now, if you guys want more, maybe you want to see me go ahead and actually edit these videos or whatever, like maybe I can go and edit the top of funnel or bottom of funnel creative. I don't mind doing that, but I already feel like I've dropped a ton of value right now. Like, this is literally $1,000 level value right here in this video. Like, subscribe to the channel because quite literally we are dropping a ton of value on the course, and we will be doing that over the next coming weeks. The reason I didn't do that over the past 2 weeks was because I've just been sick and not feeling good, but I'm back, and let's go crazy. Let's go ham.